In this video, I will be showing you how to make the best money farm in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So you will start a new part and skip the tutorial. And let's then delete all of the things that are in the middle. We do not need it. And that also gives you a little bit of extra money. We now have 11,605 cash. You will probably have around the same. So what we are going to do is go to the path tab and start building some paths. Let's first place a road here. And before we place this road, go to park information and close your park. We do not want guests to walk around since we do not have placed any trash cans, and otherwise they will litter. Now place the last path in here. Then instantly we are going to start with the first roller coaster. And we will be using game passes for this. If you do not use any game passes, there's an ID in the description where you can use this template to build, well, the money farm. This is very easy and this is without game passes. But in this video we will do with game passes, so let me show you. So we will be starting with the junior coaster and we will be placing this two, well, blocks of the path right here. And we'll make the station too long. Then we'll just stay in the basic editor and go up one piece and then one more. That's the whole coaster layout that you're going to build. The entrance will be at the beginning of the roller coaster and the end will be at the other side of the roller coaster. Let's just continue this path right here. And as you can see, this connects perfectly up here. And then with the Q path, we will place it, well, right like that. Doesn't matter too much, but it has to be like this. And then we will open this ride. Now we are going to decorate this roller coaster a little bit. So we will be placing 4 trees in here. This gives the best value for how much money you spend for the stats. So if we go to the statistic with the appearance, that went like more than 1 up, which is actually quite a lot, and that will mean more people want to ride it and you can price the roller coaster higher. Alright, and that means we can also of course then open the roller coaster. Okay, and that's the whole money farm. Now we are going to just do that a lot of times, but we are forgetting a lot of stuff. First, we need stalls, trash cans, benches, all the stuff. Otherwise, people won't like it. Since what we're trying to do is make the walking distance from benches to trash cans to shops and rides as short as possible. So people, of course, do more rides while they're in the park. On this row, we will just start to place every single stall in a row like this. And we're constantly going one further. On the other side, we're doing the exact same, but the other way around. So we'll start with the balloon ride. Don't start with the balloon ride, since that ride is 2,500. So I would suggest just start with a restroom and probably just a dino head and then build from there, but just wait with the blue stalls. You can always place them later since they are quite expensive. And now we are just going to get the next roller coaster. I am just going to do one roller coaster of every type just so you, well, everyone likes the roller coaster they can do. So next up is the wild mouse coaster and I will be placing this on the other side. So each coaster will be left, then right, then left, then right, just so, I don't know, that's just me doing it. You can of course also build this money farm underground. It's the exact same, just remove all of the terrain under here and then build this money farm and then cover it up again and you're finished. So just to show you again, we'll place the entrance, we'll place the exit, and we'll place the entrance. And then we open the ride, place 4 trees over this. There we go. And before I forget it, let's also place some trash cans and benches. So let's just go to first trash cans. And what I normally do is every other path I place one. So we'll place a trash can here, a trash can here, and a trash can here. And then the seats, I would just go with the cheapest one here, and then one here, and every other you of course change it. You do not need any light since no one cares. And then what we have right now, that means we can open the park. And now let me tell you some useful tips on how to increase your earnings even more. So as you can see, you have the entry cost. Slowly increase that the more rides you add. I would suggest every ride you add, you can probably increase it around $2. At the end, once you have maybe like 30-ish rides, you can probably make the entry cost around $60, which is quite a lot. Since, as you can see, people now don't like it since, well, there's not enough rides. So I would probably suggest it making a little bit cheaper or adding more rides. And you're going to do the exact same with the rides. But here it's easier to see what they actually want. So we have the tab fast. So as you can see, no one is actually thinking about the roller coasters right now. So we'll have to wait a little bit. And while we wait, let me just place a few more rides. And of course, the more rides you have, the more people join your park, the more money you will earn. Now, as you can see, when I'm trying to place this path right here, it starts to connect up, which is very annoying. I agree with that. So what you always can do is extend this path, then place that, remove this path, and then place a path in here, and then place trash can back. I know that went very quick. Let me show you again. So when you want to connect the path like this, to be able to connect to this path, what you will do is extend the Q path. You can click over this and then go to the other side where of course the other station is. Place the Q path here, then you remove this path and place the path back, and then you place either the trash can or the bench you remove back. Okay, so as you can see, people now start to have some thoughts about the roller coaster, and this one is junior coaster is too expensive. So what you will go is back to the right tab and just make the entry cost 1 cheaper. And you will constantly look at these stats and make them cheaper or more expensive. So if we go back to here, we can even make it cheaper. And you can even add a lot more decoration to these roller coasters, as seen in my no game pass blueprint here. You can add a lot more fences, a lot more stuff. You can do this. It helps a little bit, but at the end it doesn't help too much. It's maybe like 0.2 points, which doesn't do too much in the end. But feel free to experiment with what works for you. And let's add the next roller coaster. And so as you will notice at the other side here, it is starting to create an empty line where people cannot really do too much. What I suggest is also just placing stalls here, just so then they don't have to walk all the way back to the other side. So just do the exact same as here, but just on the other side, so mirror. So if you have the food stalls going on the left, have this one go on the right. All right, now we have a very small money farm, and now we're just going to extend this by a lot. We're just going to have more rides and more rides until we don't have any money anymore. And for fun, I'm just going to add a little bit more decoration. It does a little bit, and also just makes it look a little bit nicer. And now before I forget it, make sure to place trash cans also on the exit paths. I almost forgot to tell you guys, but we're doing the exact same as on the other side. Just every other path you're placing either a trash can or a bench. Otherwise people will also litter there. And that's the last thing we want, of course. And while we place all of these rides, let's just have a look at all of the thoughts about the roller coaster. If they say one is just too cheap, you can increase, of course, the ride. If they say I want to ride it, then the price is perfect. You don't have to change that. And if it's too expensive, of course, you lower it. Right, now we have built exactly 6 roller coasters, and as you can see, I have, well, basically run out of money. So this is about how far you can get with the starting money, and from now on it's basically waiting a lot until you get more money and more money. But the more rides you have, the faster the money gets. I will say it again, make sure to not forget to increase your park value. As you can see, I can probably increase it to 20, maybe even more. We'll just slowly increase it until people don't enter anymore, and keep looking at the thoughts of your roller coasters and maybe even your stalls if they think about it. But as you can see, no one is really thinking about this apart from thinking it's too expensive. And now it's basically the waiting game. That's most but all money farms. So now just wait and continue, well, extending this money farm. I will be doing the same. So see you in a little bit when I have a little bit more of a money farm and more money.
A few minutes later.
All right, there we go. It's about 15 to 20 minutes later, and now I have almost $30,000. So that means we can extend, of course, the money farm. I just waited, but I suggest while you have enough money to build for the next roller coaster, just build it. Don't wait for this big of amount of money. You would have probably earned more, but I just wanted to show you on the video. So we'll just build some more rides now. All right, so while you are building the money farm right now, just keep in mind to, of course, look at the prices, and the thoughts need to update them, and of course your park entry price. Don't forget to increase that. I also sometimes do forget it, but just have a look for it. Make sure to place those stalls. I would wait still with the balloon stall and maybe the witch stall, which are still quite expensive. You can always place them later back, and just, yeah, that's really it. Just make sure to have your trash cans, otherwise people are going to litter. We don't want that, otherwise you have to clean that and it brings down your rating. Alright, that was the time lapse. Let's continue. I have now built quite a lot of roller coasters already. I think we have 14 total. And now I'm going to show you another thing that you have to do around every 6-7 roller coasters. So as you can see, the only way to get back from one that you've ridden is this middle path, which takes a lot of time. So every 6-7 roller coasters, just add another path in between here, so people have more ways to actually get back. And here, of course, go to do this for both sides. There we go. Just make sure to also place the trash cans and the benches on there. Otherwise, well, people will be littering there, and we will be ignoring the inverted powered coasters, since you cannot really do anything with that. And then after this, you're literally just going to do the exact same, placing the roller coaster, well, right like this, and then of course the exact same what we've just been doing. But let me show you something, what happens if you have a roller coaster station that's not only 1 wide but 2 wide or even 3 wide. So the next roller coaster is the Beyond Vertical Coaster, and as you can see, this one is 2 wide. So we're just going to do the exact same, of course, but well, the station itself, and well, we can basically just build the entrance here and the exit here. We can just do the exact same with the path here, and the only thing that has to change is that you have to place a path extra here, and of course just extend the path here. And once you build the other next ride, that's maybe also 2 wide or maybe even 3 wide. Let me show you 3 wide even. So let's maybe build the dive coaster next here, and we go up like this. There we go. As you can see, you have a lot of space for your path to place. Doesn't really matter where you do it. I just do it in the middle, and well, the exit, of course, you can also still do it in the middle. Just make sure you again place the path on the the back and extend this, and you can of course extend the view like this. And of course now you don't have any of the problems you had with these single ones, with it constantly like doing weird and annoying things. So now you can actually just do this. And well, we're just going to open these and decorate it the exact same as the other ones. We're just going to add like the trees on the station and the track itself. Before I forget it, let me make sure I actually place the trash cans. That's of course how you're then going to do everything that has bigger stations. And if you want, you can even place some stalls in here or some more trees, whatever you want. And I think that is enough information for this money farm. You can extend this as much as you want. Just make sure to not make it too big. There's no need to place 100 roller coasters in a row. That just gets too much. I would keep it to around 1 coaster of every coaster type. You can do also the legacy coasters. It doesn't really matter. They're of course the same price, same statistics. But there you go. Just while you build all of the coasters, just making sure to just sometimes have a look at the FODs. They sometimes change, as you can see, the saying too expensive or even too cheap, as you can see, and then you can increase the price. Once the money farm is finished, just have a less look at entry costs, just increase that slowly more and more until, of course, people don't enter anymore, and then just lower it by $1 or $2 just to be safe. And there you have your money farm. Now you should be earning millions per hour, and this is just a very compact, cheap, and easy money farm to easily, well, build over. And as you can see, it's very compact, and this is all the room you have left. And if you don't even want to see it, you can always of course build it underground. And next to that, I think if you continue this money farm, you will maybe even get a 5-star park. Since I'm already on 4 stars, this is how easy it basically is. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I will say, as always, goodbye.